Incidentally, Yael, spelled Yael,
Mhm.
right? Scored a goal. There's a great YouTube clip of Yael Averbuch scoring a goal on the opening kickoff of a game against, of all schools, Yale. So I remember the column, in the lead of the column, I wrote, I described this goal and I said, and after 3 seconds or 4 seconds, it was Yael. Right? So I sat down with her mom and I said, uh, how did you know? Did you ever? She said, of course we asked, my husband and I asked ourselves these questions.
Mhm.
And she said, and she raised the point that stayed in my head about if, we knew that people were talking behind our backs about, the kind of life that Yael was living.
Yep.
And she was the one who said to me, but if she were a great artist or a great musician, they wouldn't say that. It's just about this prejudice against sports.
Mhm.
So it's people are easy to say, oh, they helicopter parents, they're crazy, and they're pushing their kid and they're going to ruin them. But I sling her ball and
Mhm.
her water bottle and saying, "Mom, I'm going to be late for practice." And every time we went on vacation, whether it was to upstate New York or Europe,
Mhm.
she insisted on packing the balls and finding a park to go have her kick around, right? She said, if your child is demonstrating that kind of love and passion, of course you're going to go for it. Of course you're going to support them.
Yes.
And that's what I mean about, the idea of parents living vicariously through their children and trying to create something that may or may not be there. She was telling me that, and when I interviewed Yael for it, she said, yes, I missed on a hell of a lot in high school. And I didn't have the friendship groups, I didn't have the closeness. But she
Mhm.
said, you know what? I'm experiencing it. She was a sophomore when they won the NCAA title. I'm experiencing it now. Now, Yael, while she was in the national program, never played in the Olympics or in the World Cup. I
Mhm.
always thought, like, she's a big young girl, big
Yeah.
girl, young
Yeah.
woman. She might have lacked the foot speed for midfield position,
Mhm.
but she did play professionally in Europe. She played in Sweden. I know she played in Sweden and a couple of other places. She did play in the NWSL. And now Yael Averbuch is the general manager of the Power, the team that plays here in Northern Jersey.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh,
so she,
Gotham.
I'm not sorry, the Gotham, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and she's made a career of it, and she's widely respected. So there's one example of a unique elite player who I had sort of a personal interaction and experience with following her through the system. So I use Yael sometimes as an example of a kid who, it was all worth it. And but her parents were extremely, uh, I think, uh, cognizant
Mhm.
of everything that was going on as she was experiencing it and as the family was experiencing it. Uh, so yeah, that's it was always gratifying to see what became of her.